So it has been a little while since I have braved the Hearthstone Standard ladder, and I could not think of a better way to jump back into Standard than to play good old Beast Hunter. Now, Beast Hunter has a soft spot in my heart because it was actually the very first deck I ever played in Hearthstone way back into the Journey to Unguro with my ever-beloved Crackling Razormaw. And while we don't have Crackling Razormaw in this list, unfortunately, we do have the predecessor to my favorite card ever, and that would be Painted Canvasaur. Painted Canvasaur is a very similar card, 2 mana, 3/2 beast, but this time its battle cry gives each other friendly beast a random bonus effect. So instead of just one targeted beast getting a selected adaptability, the Painted Canvasaur spreads the love and gives a bunch of keywords to all of your beasts. The other beast synergies in this deck would be Jungle Gym, which is a very powerful 2 mana location with 2 durability, with the activated ability of deal 1 damage to a random enemy, repeat for each friendly beast. This can deal quite a bit of damage. It probably deals 10 damage, all things considered, on average. So 2 damage, deal 10, pretty good rate. We also have Fetch, which is 1 mana, draw a minion. If it's a beast, draw a spell. And with how many beasts we run in this deck, we are likely to get that 1 mana draw to. Outside of those beast synergies, we're just running a super low to the ground minion based aggressive deck. You may have even seen that we're playing the oldie but a goodie Dire Wolf Alpha, and the reason for that is it does buff up our little dudes, but it also buffs up our Extraterrestrial Eggs, which are 2 mana 0/2s with the death rattle of summon a 3/5 beast that attacks the lowest health enemy. And of course, because we are running the egg, we have to run the best guy at hatching eggs, and that would be the Terrorscale Stalker with that battle cry of trigger a friendly minion's death rattle. The Stalker also works very well with a 3 mana 4/2 Workhorse that has a death rattle of summon 2 2/1 ponies. This is an extraordinary card. I've always been a fan of Workhorse, and when you combine it with Terrorscale Stalker, you get a nice wide board, which plays perfectly into our top end being Zilliax Deluxe 3000 that costs 1 less for each friendly minion you control and gives a slight attack increase to minions as well. But anyway, that is pretty much Beast Hunter. I did very well with this deck. The only downside is I faced about, I believe it was 7 or 8 controlled Death Knights. And whenever I faced controlled Death Knight, I got lucky one time. They stumbled a little bit and I did walk away with a W, so huge props to me. But that's a rough matchup. So if you are encountering a bunch of controlled Death Knights, I would maybe shy away from this deck, but outside of that matchup, I did not drop a single game. So if you want to take this deck out for a spin, I will leave the deck code down in the description. And if you enjoy Hearthstone content like this, please consider subscribing. It would help out the channel a ton. Anyway, let's get into some games. Another Death Knight. Okay, what kind of flavor of Death Knight are you playing? Ooh. I don't think in good faith I can keep Ball of Spiders or RC Rampage. But do I keep the Stalker? Ball of Spiders actually isn't terrible if I can pick up a Tainted Canvasaur or Jungle Gym. So in the off chance that I draw that, let's also draw a Zilliax Deluxe 3000. Sounds good. Bit of a slower hand, but we're going to be going real wide on turn 3 with a Ball of Spiders. So what are we hoping to draw? We're hoping to draw Catch of the Day. No, let's be mana efficient. Get out our pals. At least get them in hand. So the next turn's looking like a Ball of Spiders. Yeah. Get out the ball. And then next turn we could do even like Leok Evolution Chamber for 9 damage. Never mind, I meant get a Corridor Sleeper. That's what I actually meant. Probably going to deploy Catch of the Day. Jungle Gym Burning is depressing. But we have a Catch of the Day. And the Swinging. And I think we'll go with the Sleeper. And also a Misha. Not the most impressive ball of spider beasts I've ever seen.
The citadel stands strong.
Okay. It's actually a pretty good painted Canvasaur. So let's get in our Canvasaur value while we can. Yeah. Take that all day. Get my opponent down to 20. If they clear my board, which they do, I will get even closer to the Sleeper. You fool. I'm 1 away. Let's go with an Egg, Leok, as well as the Stalker. 4 damage right to the dome. Surely they don't have another board clear in the form of Pyromancer Poisonous. No shot. There's no way they have that. Turns out they did have that. And I felt more confident in my day. Let's Evolution Chamber into Jungle Gym seems like enough damage for me. Deal my opponent 8, and surely they don't have another AoE spell or Pyromancer Poison Breath. Okay. That's fine. A-okay even. Like, it's not great, but like, it's okay. So let's go Zilliax Deluxe. And can Wound Prey deal with this better? So 5. They'll go up to 15, and I do not have 15. I still think it's good to keep those guys a little healthy. Swing in a little bit of damage at my opponent. Get them down to 3. Okay, so they're at 8 mana. And I have Evergreen Stag, Hero Power, Jungle Gym next turn for maybe lethal. But if I know Death Knight, they will have an answer for this. And Suffocate is the answer for my Zilliax. Hero Power will take care of my poor dog. And they have another Vampiric Blood. Interesting. So 4, 5, 6. I think that's lethal? No. No shot that's lethal. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, not quite lethal. But I can at least get out the stag. Swing a little bit of damage. Deal my opponent a little bit of damage. Okay. So they're at 4 yet again. Do they have AoE and number 6? It feels like. They're at 9 mana. A ways away from the Ceaseless Expanse.
The citadel stands strong.
Okay, they're going to do a little bit of digging. Do you have a 6 mana answer? Orbital Moon will produce some lifesteal, but not enough. Very surprised. Is Beast Hunter, like, secretly halfway decent? Because I feel like I should not be beating Control Death Knight with this minion deck. But we'll take it. Oh, a Demon Hunter. Thought it was going to be another Death Knight. I feel like people are only playing Death Knight right now. Now, if this is not the best jungle gym hand in the world, I don't know what is. Can I responsibly keep an RC Rampage? Like, that's a late game card. Let's be responsible. Let's think it through. I mean, if you insist, if you insist on giving me RC Rampage, I'll take it. I was just trying to do the responsible thing. But when the game wants you to rampage, you rampage. Also, this matchup might be a little suspect. Where were you last turn? The world may never know. So, Ball of Spiders is definitely going to be dealing a little bit of damage. My opponent is churning through their deck. They're likely on, like, the Ball Hog control deck. But I'm not worried about it because I have a Ball of Spiders. 4 damage right at your dome. How are you going to respond to that? I see. I see. That makes sense. Catch of the day. That is a beast. No doubt about it, that's a beast. I can go catch of the day into swing here. Deal 1 there, of course. And I have a 2/3. Not bad. And since they played the Starship piece, that kind of tells me they're on Arcanite. Yeah, okay, well. I'm in danger. No doubt about that. But they are also in danger. Because I have some big robot dogs. And a sizable amount of damage. Deal some damage there and send some damage right up to their head. Another defense crystal. Okay, okay. Can't blame them for that one. But what I can do is I can send 1 damage there. Do a bit of bonus affecting. Yeah. So 4 here, 15, 18 there. I like that. Send that stuff upstairs. And we may have raced armor. That being said, if they do launch, that is terrifying. Maybe I should have accounted for that. It doesn't matter. This game's in the bag for sure. Okay. Into return policy, gain 4 armor. Wasn't worried for a second. Should they have launched the starship? Maybe. Who's to say? But I'm actually kind of impressed by this deck. Like, taking down 2 control-y decks that gain armor, gain life, bodes well for the aggressive Beast Hunter. Holy smokes. Someone's not playing Death Knight on my standard ladder. Embarrassing. If you're a Fruits opponent fan, that is a bit embarrassing, to say the least. Alright, let's keep the remote control. I think this is probably one of the better cards in the deck, especially if you can combine it with the Catch of the Day. So let's go with the Raptor. And I don't believe Paladin has a very good way to deal with this little guy. We'll see though. Okay, luckily we can deal with that with a weapon. So let's do just that. Crash into that 2-1. Swing 2 at my opponent's head. So next turn I have another Raptor and a Catch of the Day.
The light dims.
Okay. Sounds good to me. Righteous Protector is not a bad one. Let's go with Raptor and a Catch of the Day. Divine Shield is not bad on that. Swing there. We will unfortunately pop our Divine Shield and swing 2 at my opponent's head. Next turn I have Egg Alpha. Pretty good answer to what I'm doing over here. Luckily the Alpha also enables the Egg. So let's actually place it on this side. They'll likely clear this 4-1. We'll end the turn. Got my opponent down to 21, and they've only imbued once, it looks like.
Follow the flutter wings.
Okay. Not bad. So I can fetch for another egg. Okay, and this actually does clear their 4-4. And we will play another egg, hero power, and deal them a little bit of damage. So if they have another Consecrate, I at least get 3 more damage in, but if they do have Consecrate, I'm kind of struggling. Okay. That will not make me struggle that much. They're going to coin out ways to draw. Okay. No taunt. Nailed it. And I believe We might have a case of lethal on our hands. Oh yeah, especially with some Wind Fury bros in here. Oh yeah. Beautiful turn 6 lethal. This deck is an absolute delight to play when you're not playing against hard control Death Knight. I believe it was 3 times in a row. Okay. Okay, Hearthstone ladder. I get it. People like Death Knight. That much is clear. Let's play a little bit of Curvestone. Just please don't be control Death Knight. Be like, you know, aggro. You know. Let's have some fun, you know. Playing minions, attacking face. I have a feeling my opponent is not an aggressive gamer. Fine. Fine, it's okay. It's a-okay even. I'm fine. Okay, let's it's okay. We'll just play eggs. We'll play stalkers. Word. I hear ya. Loud and clear. Let's play a alpha into Wound Prey, and then this little rush guy will deal with the 0-2. So next turn I do have a Workhorse Coin Stalker available. And they have Xavius, okay. So we just need them not to have AoE, pretty much. Now the question is, do I trade in with Xavius? So if they have Corpse Explosion, it gets me either way. So I will play... I'm not going to play around Pyromancer Poison, because like that's a 2-card combo. But I will play a little bit around Corpse Explosion. And I have Jungle Gym. We'll trade off one of these guys, because I do have the good old Ball of Spiders. So then we'll Jungle Gym activation. That will deal with that guy at least. Swing 4 at their head, and call it a day. So now if they have Corpse Explosion, I'm absolutely done for, but it looks like they are just going to gain 10 life for 2 mana instead. Fair and balanced card right there. Gotta respect it. Ooh. Not sure what the last 1-cost card I played was, but I'll probably just wait for a catch of the day for that. And let's go for... I believe it's just a Leonk situation. Let's go for Leonk and Painted Canvasaur. Cool. Go to there, swing a 5 at their head. So next turn I do have RC Rampage plus Huffer. Okay, there it is. Into Festive Breath. Okay. I assume they're going to clear my board with that. Interesting, okay. Gotcha. Let's go for a Huffer as well as an RC Rampage for some 2/2s and deal my opponent a little bit of damage. Is there any reason to play Wound Prey? I don't think so. Like, the difference between them being at 14 and having an additional 1/1 out, I don't think is super valuable. So this starship right now has a guiding figure in it. We're gonna go with a Suffocate. Okay. Now if I can find like a Zilliax, that wouldn't be bad. Patchwork Pals would also be very good. Another guiding figure. And a Pyromancer. Okay, let's see what fetch can get me to start. Okay. This is exactly why we held Wound Prey. Because we do need to deal with the Pyroman. And I think I will also deal with the guiding figure. Yeah. Maybe we can roll Divine Shield on one of these guys. And
Job's done.
yeah. Far away from... Oh. Right. They also have Zilliax. How do I deal with Zilliax? I don't see an elegant way of dealing with him. But maybe I can roll... some sort of poison on one of these beasts. Yeah, let's go for a Workhorse and try to roll poison. Poison there. And unfortunately, I will need to give them all the health in the world. And the turn.
The citadel stands strong.
They are probably just digging for Corpse Explosion, and if they do find that, I don't see a world where I win. Honestly, I don't really see a world where I win as it is right now, but, you know, you gotta show the people what this matchup looks like. Catch of the day. Check out this, though. Everybody stand back. Wasn't that sick? I mean, not bad. Not bad at all. Oh, okay, looks like, yeah, my opponent might be at 33 health, and they're just kind of...
You have strong roots.
Oh, now they're emoting. You know what? Well fought opponent. Just because of that emote, this is a valuable lesson for the opponent. If you emote, I gotta concede. It's too powerful. Honestly, if Blizzard wants to nerf emoting in an option maybe of an auto squelch, I know I'm the first person to ever ask for that, but if Blizzard would want to, it could even go right here. That's auto squelch. It's like it would go under sound options. Tell you what, it could go in sound options. Like really have us dig for it. I'm fine with that. But you know, people like symmetry. There's a blank space right here. People have been asking for it for only about a decade. Just a small tip from a small content creator fruit. Anyway, like, comment, subscribe, don't play Control Death Knight. Have a good one.